Johnny will tell you, and he's about to tell you, I don't dance. But you dance.
You know, I mean, I don't. But
you see?
I don't.
But you do.
Johnny, I think, has always played very unique characters, and I think he's always, in pretty much every film he's done, he's likable. There's something very likable about him. He's a nice person, and I think that kindness and that fun comes across in anything he does.
We met, we started speaking about things, and then, you know, 3 minutes into it, we started babbling about our children.
And your tattoos, I understand.
And tattoos, yeah, tattoos and parenthood.
And a really great guy, and he was there with his kids also. So it was just a very family-oriented production.
She's kind of a walking poem, Angelina. You know, she's this perfect beauty, but at the same time very deep, very smart, very quick, very clever, very funny, and also has a very perverse sense of humor, you know. Yeah, she's great fun.
So it's been kind of fun to get to watch him play that traditional leading man, but he is bringing a real charm to it.
He's a great actress, great woman.
I loved working with Johnny, and he's really funny, and I think some of our best scenes were scenes where we tried to be very serious, and we ended up laughing so hard that we had to that we wasted a lot of film, and we had to cut, and we kept screwing up. But we kind of hoped that goofiness would come across somehow in the movie.
Enchantress, I mean, this unbelievably beautiful, interesting, cultured vixen.
I was surprised to find out that you guys just met for the first time. Such big stars. It seemed like you guys would have crossed paths before now.
Yeah, no, it's funny. He and Brad met years ago, but we'd never met. I think it's because we both tend to not leave the house very much, so we're both kind of homebodies.
And oh my God, she's a goddess-like in this.
She is.
It was wonderful. He's a great guy, and he's a brilliant artist, and a very, very generous actor, and just extremely, extremely cool.
When I met her, it was like, you know, one of those breathless moments.
So I'm looking forward to hanging out and seeing him.
Had you ever been in a film with Angelina Jolie before?
No, we'd never met before this.
Had never met?
No, never.
And I wasn't disappointed. I met him and thought, what a great person, what a great dad, what a great husband, what a great guy.
She's everything. I mean, she has everything.
And we met and we talked about kids for the first hour and France for the second, and had a good laugh.
As you know, you both live in France. You both have that. You have so much in common
that
I think it might have made it easier for you to work together.
We did understand each other, you know, from the very instant, I think, you know, and which obviously made it, when we got into the ring, you know, and started shooting the bits, it made it all the more interesting, you know.
He feels like he's out of a different decade, one of those artists that can paint and sing and play guitar and act, and he's extraordinarily creative and extraordinarily kind, and I think, you know, our business, there's nobody else like him in our business.
There is, I mean, without question, a kind of just this innate sort of thing, this chemistry that happens at times with people, and certainly with Angelina it was immediate.
So when you commit to do a movie with someone and you have that first meeting, you have to be keeping your fingers crossed. Is it a little bit like the first minutes of a first date?
Well, I suppose, but we had friends in common. I'd heard from Brad, you're going to love him, he's a great guy, and I think also as an actor, I'd seen his films, so you knew the guy who does all Alice in Wonderland and
right.
Edward Scissorhands. You know that person can't be somebody who takes themselves too seriously or doesn't have a good sense of humor or doesn't have, so you have some, you know, you hope you're not wrong, but he's as lovely and as interesting as you could hope.
I would be nervous about working with Angelina Jolie because, you know, she's, I think, comparable in status to you. Were you nervous about that? And then also, you know, her husband and stuff is,
yeah. Well, no, I mean, no. Because she's a very well, down to earth, sweet, smart, funny girl. You know?
Yeah.
She's very normal. You know?